What's up, y'all? This is Glizzy and this Barbarason TV. And today we got the Earl story. If y'all don't know who Earl is, that's the goofy who got the chain taken from him on his birthday, and I gotta live with this for the rest of my life. I should have got him out of here, but we're gonna leave this alone for YouTube and let's get into the story. I got a lot to tell y'all. Catch him on kick. Fuck. So look, this is a guy named Earl. Earl from 17th and Compton. Me and my friends robbed Earl friends at a crap game, braced them all, the whole neighborhood, like five guys from his neighborhood, robbed this man back in the day. They feel some type of way about it, so, you know, we got into it. So we was into it about it. Long story short, so now we into it. They sending threats. You know how that go, just street terminology. Earl come past the guys on the bike. Uncle Buckets drop buckets on them, send them back up the street. Earl come back down, they do their thing, you know what I'm saying? A couple of them went to jail, like they got caught in the middle of the jail, like drop pistols and all that and went to jail. Like Earl wasn't there though, it was just like some of his friends, they went to jail. They went to jail behind it, so I guess that slowed the beef down. They probably only had like 2 guys that went hard from that neighborhood and they used them all up in one play, I guess. So it died down, so now it's like Earl by himself. The 2 guys that go hard in the neighborhood just went to jail, crashed out. Nobody got injured, nothing happened. They just lost players for no reason. Now it's just Earl. Earl ain't got no choice but to go down here and squash this beef with his enemies. He gonna come down here and hit, with him squash this beef and forming his alliance, he gonna hang out here too. Like, bro, I ain't on nothing. We could be cool together, hang out. So now Earl in the neighborhood. Earl got mutual friends. Everybody went to school with Earl. Earl went to Hines. Everybody went to school with Earl. Earl is like, before this kicked off, Earl is one of us. Like, we all around Earl. It's just like, they got robbed and now there's tension. Like, we all was cool, mutual. We went to the same high schools together, same friends. We all mutual in the neighborhood. They were like 4 blocks away. So long story short, so now we get into it with Earl neighborhood. Earl the last one up there. This before Earl squashed it though. Before Earl came down and squashed it, I walked up that joint on feet, on my mother. Walked up that joint on feet. Cause they had came down the guns after them guys got locked up with the pistols cool and the neighborhood was still taunting. Like they still saying little stuff and this, that, and the third. I walks up there on feet, me, GQ, and another person. We walks up there on feet. Is my phone? I'm gonna call you soon as I finish this video.
Okay.
Alright. So now me, GQ, and my little man walk up there on feet. Now I'm up there. Now I'm up there. They in a trap spot, like they spot, I don't know, they spot walk through the alleys and all that. But long story short, the word got back to me because they called back down my way, like Ant walking through up here like he on something or something, woo, woo, what are you on? They basically seen me from a window, but they didn't come outside because they don't want no trouble. They already know what I'm on that tip. When I'm back in my young wild days, y'all, I was off ecstasy, pills, Molly. I didn't care about life. I wasn't even tripping off jail. It was like juvenile jail. It was like 16, 15 years old. I was real, I didn't care. Like I got my first taste of juvenile jail and it was like, oh, this all they do? Chicken nuggets, fish sticks, and PlayStation, let's buggy, you hear me? Turned 18, I ain't been in jail since. My mother went to jail one day at 18. I realized that wasn't that. You was on your own, couldn't call your mother, like was cold in that. Nobody was listening to you, and I said, I ain't never going back, and y'all wanna know what happened? I ain't never been back. God is good. Let's get back to the story. So I done dropped buckets on Earl ass a couple times in life. He know that, they know that. Then robbed his whole neighborhood, like the whole neighborhood, like all they had, like, I'm not bragging about it. Back in the day, we all mutual and cool now because we grew up together, like, just a hot head. Like, don't get me wrong. They done did little shit. Nah, they ain't did nothing. I'm like, they ain't did nothing. All right, but shout out to Compton. I ain't got no beef. Y'all know these old stories, man. This shit growing up a part of life. So now, nigga done walked up there on feet. Nigga done caught Earl on the bike. His men locked up, his back against the wall. He ain't really got no win. He ain't got no win. So he can't do nothing but come down our way and squash it and make it mutual. So now he down our way squashing mutual. Earl hanging in the neighborhood, cool. Earl back, woo woo. So now we all in the neighborhood just hanging out and shit. We all just in the neighborhood hanging out just for years. Like this goes on for years. That shit happened like 2007. Fast forward, the chain ain't get taken like 2019, 2020. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's how long, I'm gonna say 09, I'm gonna say 2009 to 2020. That's how long Earl been around, it's just been mutual. Earl got on drugs. Earl addicted to fentanyl perks. Now he getting bony. He look like he got AIDS. He might got AIDS or something. Like something wrong with him. He's sick. He getting small. Like Earl lost a rack of weight, at least 100 pounds. His face sucking and he looks sick. So me even knowing that, I ain't even supposed to be around Earl. But this what happened. Earl keeps saying he protect me. Earl is the same guy and drop buckets on. Like, I didn't, man, be current Earl. I'm going to get to the story. So I'm getting into it with Cray one day. Earl in the comments like, where you at? I'm about to pull up. He see this argument on live. He know where he at. He from the city. He just pull up. I hop in the car with him. No, this is the Shaq Glizzy day on Welling. This is the day Shaq Glizzy said he pulling up. And I hop in the car with him. He like, man, I hop in the car with him. We go across town. We go to my neighborhood. Boom, we go to my neighborhood. We get in my neighborhood. I'm like, come on, Earl. Man, Shaq on live. Shaq like, I'm back outside. I'm like, oh, come on, Earl. Come on, Earl. Like, I'm not about to let you do nothing out my real car. This is my real car. I'm looking at his ass like, if you know what the hell I'm on, why the fuck would you pick me up in your real car not trying to boogie? Like, what you think, this a fashion show? Like, when me and you got into it, what I'm trying to do? Boogie. So what am I trying to do right now? Boogie. Uncle Buckets is in full effect. Like, I ain't trying to do nothing but knock the water over right now. Feeling like Lamar from BMF. You feel me? One of them ball playing things, but I'm glad Earl did pull one of them because I would have crashed out. Free No Savage, man. Every time I think about what No Savage, they got No Savage locked up for, I be like, damn, I can't let them No Savage me more. Free No Savage. So now Earl just a vicious whoever Papa he on it. Like he pull up to my neighborhood dancing to my songs for a whole summer. That summer, he was in my neighborhood dancing my song for a whole summer. He stay outside at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm outside at 4 o'clock in the morning. Bitch, it's fan time. Like, cool dude. Earl cool. He mutual, but he on like, I don't hang with him on the regular. Like Earl he got my phone number. But Earl don't be in my spots or nothing like that. Nobody really deal with him. He like, it just look like that because I know him. I know a rack of people. I call Swag before I call Earl. I would never call Earl. What am I calling Earl for? Long story short, Earl birthday come. I got Instagram popping, Big TV, Instagram biggest on Instagram at this time. I got my Instagram to send him some money. He raised like $800. They gave him like $800 on cash out for his birthday. Bought him a hotel room. The females, y'all want to see the females? All right, I'm gonna show y'all. Man, it don't matter. They in here. Hold on. What happened? Hey. What's going on out here? Oh, it got light. What happened? The girls left? It was a fight? It was like 20 people out there, wasn't it? Who? Scoop? Hey, Scoop, Crank looking for you. Said he got a beat. Crank looking for you right there. Crank. Love the way you walk, love the way you talk. Nigga wanna play, he gonna get white chalk on, baby. I'm like Pooh Shiesty here. Coach. Oh my God. So you was invited too. We sent you the address. That's how you did it, man. Tell them the same thing. Come hard at me. We gave you all that buzz, cuz you ain't pull up on the nigga. All that buzz. Saying they come holler at me on my birthday, you scared ass nigga. Ass nigga, man. Nah, I'm chilling. We ain't on that. I'll be back. Where you going? Where you going? I don't know. Where you going? I'm trying to lock you in the bathroom. I'll be back, y'all. Y'all can have it out. Long story short, I leave because it's my birthday. A couple days later, or my birthday coming up, I'm about to go get a watch. So I leave my chain with Swag. Like, hold the chain, Swag. Swag must have gotten in the shower in the midst of that. And Earl got the chain because it was his birthday, just on live and let a nigga rob him. But he said nigga robbed him. Ain't nobody robbed him. He put a plan together in his head. They like, man, Earl, bring us the chain. I give you such and such. And he just passed it off. Or they didn't even give him nothing. Or they spent him. I don't even know about the details of that. I ain't even get into that. Earl was so close to me, y'all, he could have tricked me out of my life. It's like, what I learned out of that was like, I ain't had to do nothing to Earl. I told Earl when he came back to the chain, Earl knocked on the door. Matter of fact, I came back, I'm like, Swag, my chain at? He like, man, Earl got it in the room. I'm like, Earl ain't in the room. Earl come back to the door like, with a sweaty face like, man, I just got robbed for the Barbarason chain, such. Put on the whole act and all that. So there's still people in the room. Like, if people was in that hotel room, y'all comment down here in the comments if y'all was there. There was still people there, probably like 20 people still in the room. I told Earl, so you, like, where your gun at? You ain't die? Like, I said, they robbed you, where your gun? You ain't die, they ain't take your gun too? He's like, what? I said, Earl, I smack this ass right now. Like, you a cold get the away from me. Earl, when they sat over there on the couch, sat down, put his head down his lap, looked like he wanted to cry, looked at his phone a little bit, and I got away from him because I thought about it. Up in this hotel, but I wasn't here for all that. I ain't even on gangster time, y'all. I don't be on gangster time. I could have told Swag, like, yeah, come on, Earl. I told Swag, I whispered to Swag, like, Swag, Earl with this shit, he acting weird. Let's roll out. We rolled out. Whole time I could have told Earl, yeah, man, go get in the car. We about to go find these niggas. Who did it? Woo, woo. Let's go get in the car. Turn the music up and left Earl ass on the Virginia Highway across by the bridge or something. But I ain't on that. I'm not really on gangster time. I just looked at it like this. I got insurance on the chain. Enough money to replace the chain. This don't hurt me. It is what it is. They ain't taking from me. I don't care. I wasn't there. I just thank God that Earl was close enough to me to trick me out of my life. He tricked me out of the chain. I don't care. It's my loss. I wasn't on my pivot. It's cool. But y'all can see the rest of these lives and get into the rest of this. I'm just here to tell y'all, Earl, the old Earl y'all remember, he might have been, Earl ain't on nothing. Earl don't want nothing. Earl watched cars by the stadium. I catch him, I kick the bucket. It's no, Earl life is in my hands. I got this, I be playing with it like, should I do something to him? I'm going to leave him alone. God ain't pay me here for that, bro. I'm going to be a YouTuber and stay in my lane, bro. You lucky I'm receiving these blessings and I ain't trying to mess that up. But if I ever go broke, I'm kicking a bucket, nigga.